Hey, so this video is an important one and I thought I would just make it off the cuff. So those of you who subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you a lot. And this video is just for anyone who's trying to better themselves in life and they feel like they're running a little bit behind schedule. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update of what I do daily just to make sure I can close that gap. Now, I am 34 years of age, so when I turned 30, I decided I was going to make a better life for myself. And those of you who follow the channel will know that I am 4 years sober as of yesterday. So it's a great milestone for me to achieve. One that I thought I would never be able to get to in my past life. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a cheat code. It's okay if you are a little bit behind in life. What I do to close that gap is I wake up before sunrise every single morning. Now, usually I get up at 4:45 a.m. and I go to the gym. I do this before I go to my day job, and that enables me to free up time in the evening so I can work on creating content for my YouTube channel and my Instagram page. Now, there are no days off. I work 7 days a week, so I work 6 days a week on my normal job, and then on the Sunday, I'll do all my recording and I'll do all my editing and I'll do some writing as well for the following week for my content that I'm going to put out. Now, if you're behind, you need to be working at least 80 hours a week. There's just no negotiation on this. If you want to get to the next level and you want to close that gap, then you have to work these hours. Now, if you're working a day job and it's not paying you as much as you need, usually a lot of guys will only be working 40 hours a week on their job unless you get overtime. Now, if this is the case and you're only working 40 hours a week, I would strongly suggest that you would get another job if you're not earning enough money. However, if you are earning enough money, I would suggest that when you get home from work, that you start working on a new side hustle. So for me, I started a drop shipping store, and that was about 3 years ago. I had no experience using a computer. I think the last time I used a computer was when I was in school. And apart from that, I've just been using a phone and an iPad. So I bought my first laptop 3 years ago, and my ex-girlfriend actually took the piss out of me because I could barely type. I was like typing with one finger and I just didn't have a clue how to use it. Fast forward 3 years, I am able to edit videos. I'm able to type without looking at the keyboard, and I can just use it fluently. But anyway, I had an e-com store. I made some profit on that. That was my first ever business. That just showed to me the power of never giving up. It took me 9 months of not seeing any results, not making any money, and I actually hit the jackpot and I made money. But the point I want to press on with this video is you should try multiple things, because I tried drop shipping. Although I did have some success, I realized that it wasn't what I wanted to do long term. I wanted to build something for me. So I wanted to be the brand that I was building. I wanted to be the face of my business. That's what interests me, because I want to work on myself daily, show the world if you do come from behind that you can catch up and get ahead. So you want to try multiple things, and you want to see what you're good at and what you're not. And you want to see what interests you, more importantly, because the likelihood is when you're trying new things out, you're going to be doing stuff for a long time before you see any results. And if you don't enjoy doing the actual thing, then you're going to get fed up and quit. I'll give you a bit of a cheat code. So if you are behind, I don't know what kind of shape you're in. You may be in good shape or you may be overweight, but I would eat a clean diet. I eat 90% clean. The reason for this is when you're eating bad foods, it slows you down, it gives you brain fog, you just feel like crap. Cut the bad foods out, just eat clean foods. I mean, you can have 1 or 2 takeaways a week, but eat clean food. It will not slow you down, it will give you energy rather than take from you. If you're in your 30s, energy goes down a little bit, so you want to try and take advantage of every angle that you can. I eat clean. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I wake up at 5 a.m. I go to the gym in the morning. I go to work. I free up my evenings for my work and creative time. So eat clean. I am vice free. I've stopped drinking, I've stopped taking drugs, I've stopped smoking, and I've stopped junk food. So I'm vice free. Like, nothing controls me, nothing holds me back. I am the boss of my own body and mind. So I would strongly suggest, if you do have any vices which are holding you back, that you eliminate them. The way that you can eliminate vices is by picking one at a time, and you eliminate that from your routine and your day-to-day life. Once you've got rid of that, you move on to the next one and the next one, and so on and so forth. What you'll find is, if you're lacking in life, you are being held back by things. So the first thing you want to be doing is subtracting what doesn't serve you. And then when you've subtracted all the bad things from your life, which could be vices, bad relationships, computer games, then you start adding what is going to add value to you. But you want to subtract the bad things which are weighing you down. Once you subtract them all, then you can add new things. But just be conscious. If you try and get rid of everything at once, you'll have a hard time. When I stopped drinking, I didn't have any vices to fall back on. So if I'd had a bad day, usually what I would do, I would go out and I would go get leathered, and I would stay out and I would take drugs. That was my way of releasing. When I stopped drinking, the way I would release is, if I'd had a bad day, I would go straight to the shop and I'd buy like a massive bar of chocolate. I'd buy like a can of Coke. I'd get McDonald's. I would just binge eat. And it was only recently that I realized that that was a vice that I was running to. If I'd had a bad day, something stressful had happened, I would run for the sugar. I'd run for the junk food. So I am vice free at the moment, and everything's running tickety boom. And one point I just want to touch on is, just don't be afraid to try new things. Just try as many things as possible. Don't worry about looking stupid or being rubbish at things. Just try as many different things. Just put yourself out there. Be prepared to suck. You will reap the greatest rewards from trying new things. Preferably try things that people aren't doing. If you see a lot of people doing one thing, go the other way and do something else. You know, the riches are in the niches. At the moment, I've currently said to myself that I'm going to talk to camera for 5 minutes every single day, and I'm going to read 5 pages of a book out loud every single day. Reason being, I'm not that most fluent at communication. I'm probably not that best at speaking. And when it comes to reading, I'm probably not the best at that either. But given I'm making YouTube videos, these are some of the things I have to do. So whatever you're trying to do, look at the skills that are involved and do that daily.